I think I just gave this guy a sexual awakening.
Welcome to Let's Roll, the podcast where every week we play a tabletop role-playing game with our guests and get to know their life story through this story. Today, we're joined by an actor who is a pioneer and legend of the video gaming world. You'll recognise him as Resident Evil's formidable Nikolai Zinoviev and the metal-bending Heisenberg, from Detroit Become Human, Gavin and Elijah, or from his part as everybody's favourite sarcastic vampire from Baldur's Gate 3, Astarion. It's the incomparable Neil Newbon.
Hello.
You have the same Birmingham accent that I have Scouse.
Yes, you do. You have a very broad Scouse accent. I've got a twin brother. He's a proper yam, he's a proper Brummie and all that. But for me, it didn't feel comfortable. I don't know why. Birmingham's a great place to grow up and everything. Just didn't really resonate with it. Don't know. Just never really felt like that was my place. I'm quite nomadic by nature.
Right.
I fell in love with London when I was about 8. And also fell in love with theatre when I was 8. So yeah. I was lucky enough to go and see a play down there.
What was the first play?
The first play I ever saw was
your gateway
Cats.
play?
Cats.
Lloyd Webber's Cats?
Yeah, the original version. Yeah, the original run, in fact.
Right.
With Paul Nichols. I think it's Paul Nichols or something like that. And Bonnie Tyler and Brian Blessed. And so Brian Blessed was the reason I became an actor. I actually met Brian Blessed because he used to do an interval thing where he'd sit in the theatre, and then we'd all come down, all the kids would come down to talk to him, and he'd be like dressed up as the big grumpy cat, the sort of the vagrant cat, and it left a profound impact on him. So, you're a very polite young man, and who are you, and what's your name? So I knew I wanted to be an actor from the age of 8, really, but didn't really actualise it until I was at National Youth Theatre.
So we talked about your origins as an actor.
Yeah.
I've most recently seen, I was at MCM and got to watch you playing D&D on stage with Jeremy Crawford.
Oh, Jeremy's lovely.
A lovely chap. Do you play differently when you're off stage as opposed to when, like, I do a lot of D&D as performance?
No, I don't play it. This is what you see is exactly how I play.
Right.
We're heightening some jokes. I think we're playing to a crowd, so there's definitely an element of knowing when to clock the audience, turn out to the audience. That's definitely something which is different to how I play. That is one thing, I guess, that we don't really do a huge amount of in like a private session. But actually, to be honest with you, yes, you kind of still do that, but with your friends. It's in a slightly different way. You know?
I always think of it as like there's always an audience, just the audience is sometimes just the other players.
Well, for instance, I mean, I actually have a podcast now.
Right.
So I do a podcast called Dungeons & Dragons and Dramas, D3, or as we know it, D3. And we play pretty much exactly how we play normally. So I play with some friends of mine, actors and comedians. This is how we would normally play a session if nobody was listening to us. Yeah, a lot of laughter.
Oh, so I come at this from an improv perspective. And D&D was my gateway drug to improv.
Sure,
because
makes sense.
It
literally is improv.
Just every now and then the dice say no.
But actually, the dice is like the reacting when you start reacting to different rule sets like coming into improv. Like you get handed this, or you have to every second line has to be that, or have you? It's the same thing with dice. Dice says, "Oh, this now no longer works." How does that manifest?
Yeah,
same idea as improv. I mean, it's a brilliant grounding for any would-be actor.
Yeah,
I would say is start role playing. I talk about role play stuff because obviously it's pertinent to my work. I don't really talk about my details of my private life or my history in many other respects. But that's fine because it is a direct link to why I became an actor. Yeah. And with Brian Blessed, but with Brian...
Such a good Brian Blessed.
It's because I'm obsessed with him, Gordon's alive, so that kind of stuff. I just think it's like, I mean, he's an amazing stage actor, but how he's built this incredible legend of him. It's Brian Blessed doing Brian Blessed and everything he does. And I'm here for it, man. I think it's great.
We're playing the classic,
Call of
my
Cthulu.
first role-playing game, the Call of Cthulhu, a game of eldritch horror, otherworldly mystery, and classic percentile dice, which is why one of your D10s looks wrong. Have you called Cthulhu before?
Have I called Cthulhu?
Yes.
Do you mean like in my personal life?
Yes,
Have you embraced the word of Cthulhu?
Yeah, have you heard the good news about our Lord and Devourer?
Knocking on your door today because we want you to be see if you're interested in the eldritch horror religions. Do you have time right now? Can we come in and show you the tentacles? If I called Cthulhu in terms of play the game.
Have you played the game prior?
I have, but a long time ago, and probably not very good at it. Obviously, like everybody, I've read a little bit of Lovecraft. But there is now, I think Cthulhu is one of those games that it really benefits having life experience. Yeah. Because it is like a tragic horror setting that these characters are all kind of like flawed. And
depending on where you go in that setting, there's some incredibly dark content.
Yeah, but not just that, but like it's brutal. Like healing doesn't do very, like if you get injured, you're kind of screwed no matter what. So basically you have to find a medieval surgeon who just whack leeches on your stump. And and you just hope, like, okay, now my character has an insanity points, all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
I mean, it was fun as hell, but it was brutal, especially for, like, less experienced players.
However, today, we have a character for you.
Yeah.
Currently referred to only as the Courier.
And that's his name. He also talks like Jason Statham.
Amazing.
A little bit like Jason Statham.
I was about to say that. Where is this character from? And I feel like we've made a choice there.
I can't quite do Jason Statham's voice, which is probably a good thing. So it's Jason Statham adjacent is the
Adjacent
voice.
Statham.
So he talks like that a little bit. It's called the Courier. It's like that.
Yeah. I like the idea his name is Courier Statham.
His name is Courier Statham. Yeah, his dad called him that. He was like, Dad, why do you call me the Courier? Well, you are one, aren't you? That's not the point. Yeah. I feel you're missing the point.
I called all your brothers other stuff.
That's
Chef.
Butcher. That's Butcher. That's Chef.
MP for Hartlepool.
MP for Hartlepool. Yeah. Waste disposal operator. You know, it's like,
I'm a great believer in non-determinism.
That's right, man. Yeah, just, you know.
And my first name's Dad.
Yes, that's right. So, there you go. Yes, that is the Courier, who's called the Courier.
And for reasons our production team have kept secret from you,
sure.
We have a team of researchers. They've scoured your career in order to craft a one-of-a-kind one-shot game.
Amazing.
Made for you.
Oh, that's terrifying. Okay, let's go.
So today, Courier Statham will be embarking on a train ride with nefarious intent in mind.
I think I see where this is going.
Are you ready to play?
Let's roll! Why not?
The year is 1927. The location, Dover Priory train station. The platform, 2. A figure lurks under an awning near a waiting room, huddled out of the rain, just watching and waiting as the Vagabond Transport Corporation's train to London is prepared. It's you! You have been hired by Lark Valkenburg, an old client you've worked for before, and you're here to find an item on this train and ensure that it does not arrive at the train's destination.
Looks
London.
like London.
The complicating factors are you have no ticket, you do not know what the package is, or where it is, or how you'll get it off the train. What you do have, you've got a couple of tools of the trade, and your old service revolver to rely on.
Good. That'll come in handy. As I pat my pocket with the service revolver, can I have I'd like a holster.
Yeah.
But I'd like a holster in an unusual place.
The back of the neck.
No, I'd like a crotch holster.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Everyone at home? I pat my groin as an old woman walks past. Yes. I'm just patting my groin.
But you've got a ring on and it's making a weird metallic sound.
Yeah, it's like it's bejazzled or something.
It's canon now. Courier Statham invented bejazzling.
I invented bejazzling.
Yes.
Yeah, he invented bejazzling. He goes, hang on a second. That's a great idea. Well, another day. Let's get on with the job.
Now, luckily, Valkenburg has provided you with a curious...
I should write that down because it's probably going to be relevant.
with a curious little radio.
Valkenburg.
Yes.
And Vagabond, thank you, transport company.
Let's spill that for the audience who may not know. What is it? You reacted very strongly to the word vagabond. Why?
So the D3 podcast that I do now was sort of like, it's like the Vagabonds 2.0 in a way. So Vagabonds was a Twitch show that we used to do during the pandemic, actually. We created a Warman Fantasy roleplay show, which was really fun. So it was sort of the birth of the idea of D3 came from us doing the Vagabonds. Yeah. So Vagabond Train, thank you very much for the reference.
Valkenburg has given you a little radio, a curious little tin box that clips onto your belt, and by means of a wire attached to a small and irritatingly cold earpiece allows them to communicate directly with you, although currently it's just playing a gentle static, a peaceful accompaniment to the rainfall.
Like a white noise.
Yeah. It's very ASMR.
This is very soothing. Wait a second. What if people were to pay for this in their ears? Again, another idea I have to deal with later on. All right, let's go.
It sparks into life.
Courier, are you there?
I give a little jump like, what? Who said that?
It's me, Valkenburg. I'm in your earpiece. We briefed you before in the letter we sent.
Oh yeah, Volky. How's it going, mate?
Pretty good. It's time to cover the details of the deal. I need from this train a casket, literally a coffin.
All right, I forgot to bring the wagon.
You don't need the wagon. We need you to get on the train, locate the casket, secure it, and then, as the train passes over the River Medway, kick it off the train into the river.
Oh, that's much easier.
Our old colleague Barry will be there with his boat.
Barry, that bastard. He owes me money, Barry.
Yes, he owes everybody money. He is terrible with it.
I've got a bit of a problem here.
What's the problem?
I don't have a ticket.
That hasn't held you back before?
That's true, but I might have to make a bit of a ruckus. Are you all right with that?
Yeah, ruckus your way onto the train. You could charge onto the train. You could just run fast behind it for a while. You do you.
That's not a bad idea. All right, then. Anything else before I need to abscond onto this train?
take care of yourself. And remember, don't get distracted.
I'm immediately distracted by a woman walking past. What was that? Sorry.
Do not get distracted.
Oh, yeah.
You have a limited time before the train reaches the Medway. If you do not get the casket, and indeed yourself, off the train by then, people will be at the station who will very much object to you possessing it.
Yeah, that could be awkward.
Yes, and by object, I mean stabbing.
I think I got it the first time. He strikes a match on his chin stubble and then lights up a cigarette and goes, "Don't worry, pal. I'll get your casket to where it needs to get to."
All right, I'll be in touch as and when it seems like a good idea to do so.
Yeah, give me fair warning next time, all right?
Also, should the train be delayed in any way, shape or form, do not stay until nightfall. Maybe leave before the sun goes down.
Seems a bit specific.
That's all I'm giving you.
All right, chum, you're the boss.
All right, have to go to the bathroom. Bye.
Takes another drag of his cigarette and kind of went, "Why on earth would he telling me about his bathroom habits? Strange man. Right, let's get on this train."
Yeah, there's a sharp whistle from the train, which I imagine we'll put it in post here.
Yes. That was amazing. That was
I
very
know,
good.
right?
They spent money on that.
Yeah, that's where most of the budget has gone.
So the whistle goes, which I think is the universal symbol for get on the fucking train.
It is.
So I'm going to, I can look around. So,
Well, you can see a couple of things immediately. There's a flood of passengers now also who've been smoking cigarettes, brooding under awnings, talking with their contacts.
yes, that makes sense. Can I see any of them that looks particularly drunk or tired or otherwise distracted with a ticket in their hand, or at least sort of like somewhere I could identify where they may be having a ticket?
Let's find out. Yeah, okay. You can see there's a couple of things that stand out to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're towards the back end of the train, which is like third class.
Yes.
There are a bunch of like sort of workmen, working class fellows coming up from the docks and what have you, some sailors. There's a couple of fellows who in that group seem to have been very much into their cups early in the day and are making their way messily towards the back end of the train. A gaggle of partygoers bustles past you. It's almost like a sort of collective unit of... they're still drinking. They've got some champagne on the go. There's some gentlemen in white tie, ladies in those sort of flapper dresses. And what's very clear is like you're dressed down
Yes.
to kind of fit in.
Yes.
But you can clock a couple of pickpocketing opportunities with some of the workforce who are getting on the back towards the back of the train. There's a mail car at the very back, folks loading in sacks of correspondence and what have you. There's some cargo going further down towards the front of the train, but one chap taking tickets at the gate at the far end, but you're already past him. You just don't have a ticket for the train.
So I'm thinking about, so the guys that are pushing on all the cargo, what are they wearing? What do they look like they're wearing?
Smart black trousers. They have a purple jacket. Well, there is a logo on the back of the jacket, which is a stylized dragon in purple with a little red tongue.
Nice. So I think I'm going to mosey up to the sailors and find one that looks particularly inebriated and might be struggling behind their pals. And I'm going to approach them, clap a hand on their shoulder, rather strong, like I do push-ups, you know?
Yep.
Like I squeeze things, like that kind of strength. Squeezy strength.
You've been to squeezing class.
I've been squeezing class. So I'm going to squeeze a shoulder really hard. And then just
Like
go,
a Vulcan.
Yeah, like a Vulcan. Go, "Oi, ticket inspector."
Okay.
But I'm also going to get really close to him.
Yeah.
So he can't like get a good sort of focus on what I look like.
Well, you get a sense immediately that he's not going to be great. His ability to focus isn't going to be rapid.
No, but I'm also going to sort of slightly shift left and right like a snake.
Yeah.
So he's going to be really hard to work out which of these 7 different versions of me he's seeing is actually me. So
Yeah.
Oi, ticket inspector.
Would you give me a fast talk check?
Fast check. That is a 29.
Ooh,
And fast talk is 17.
which gives you a
super duper success.
Yes, an incredible success.
Yes.
Which was like, yeah, ticket inspectors, are we? Oh, right then, fella. Here are all of my tickets. He pulls up one ticket.
Cool.
Like, which one of you wants this?
Cool, I'll take it and I'll go, "Oh, looks like you haven't paid it." With my super duper success, can I also convince him that he needs to pay for the ticket?
Yes, you can.
So, "Oh, sorry, chum, looks like you need to pay for the ticket. It hasn't been stamped."
Oh, no. I was convinced it had, because I went to the
No,
stamp
apparently not,
house.
sir. Apparently not. So if you just hand over your wallet, I'll take care of it. You look like you're a bit tired. I'll take care of how much you need. Don't worry about it. I'll get you on your
All
wallet.
right, here goes my wallet, mate.
Take the
and,
wallet. Okay.
Do you want one of these?
Actually, no. But if you don't mind, actually, you need to go.
He's opened his hands like just 2 really pulpy apples.
Yeah, I'll take one of the apples. So I'll take the apple and the wallet.
Add it to your sheet.
Listen, mate, that needs to be verified, that apple, with my super duper success. You need to go into the fruits area of the ticket station. Right. Just go and ask the ticket master.
Yeah.
Can you repeat after me to make sure you know?
I'm going to go and ask
The ticket master
to
verify the fruit.
But
you're going to tell him
yeah.
that you've paid for the ticket already,
All right.
and that you've already had it inspected. Tell her it's very important you get this right, man. I want to get you on
I'm
the
going
train.
to go and inspect your master's tickets.
That's right. And then
I'm
give him
going to
the
put a fruit in his hat.
Exactly right. And then you're going to ask him about the fruit.
Yeah. And I'll be like, who's that?
Great stuff. Jog on then.
All right.
Good luck to you.
As you leave him, he
Have a
just
great journey.
titters over into a bin.
Yeah, great. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw the apple in the air, catch it, take a bite of it, and just start.
It's
walking.
not a great apple.
It's not. Then I'll throw it at the body, and then just carry on walking and put the wallet in, see how much is in the wallet. And what's in the
Sure.
wallet.
Like 3 money.
I'll take 3 money.
Yeah. I don't know. I cannot remember genuinely cannot remember what pre-decimalisation was like.
Fair enough. I'm gonna take the thing. I'm just go. And just start whistling aimlessly as I walk in, fitting in with the crowd with my whistle.
Classic Vic Reeves working class
Classic,
observation,
exactly
the tuneless
right.
whistle
Right.
of the working
tuneless,
class.
The tuneless, non-licensable version, whistling of the working class.
That's right. Come at us, PRS. Well, as we get you onto the train, I'm going to segue into a little. As we're starting out on this adventure, the question I have for you is do you do a wide variety of work under the umbrella of acting?
I do.
Motion capturing, particularly, largely because it's a thing I haven't experienced, but I think a lot of people don't know what goes into it.
Yeah, I think now these days it's really nice with BTS stuff, is people are seeing more and more about the behind the scenes of how things work. I actually started my career in games in motion capture, so
Right.
I started that way round. I was doing body doubling, I was doing stunts in combat, I was doing creature work, I was doing the motion capture movements that then other actors would come and do the voice for. Right. I was matching performances, so the voice would be first and we would match it Until Dawn and things like that. I realised, I was really good at it. I am good at it. I really believe that, because I think it's good to take ownership of what you know you're good at. But from that, I also realised there was an interesting discrepancy between actors that did mocap and actors that were doing the voice work, that we were somehow considered not actors. I think 2015 we started noticing performance capture became, pretty well for me personally anyway. Yep. Performance capture became more of a thing, so people would want the actor to do everything, which is very cool. Which is actually one of my preferred ways of working. Really,
I assume you get a far more cohesive.
You get a more complete performance, yeah. Because voice work is a real talent. It is difficult to do voice work, and the people that are very good at it are very, very good at it. But for me personally, if I can always have the option to do full performance capture, it's infinitely more enjoyable in that way, because it's really the full rounded experience of being on stage whilst working in film. It's kind of like the combination of theatre and film together.
Well, it's looking at the parallels then between motion capture, voice, performance capture, in terms of your process building a character, how did they differ?
They don't. I started originally in theatre.
Yep.
I went into film, and then I went into television. And then much later on, I went into games. But it was an interesting moment. So I got told to my face, oh, that was really great. Yeah, that's a really nice thing you've just done. That'll work really well when we get the real actor in. And I was like, yeah. Somebody told me that to my face. I was like, I looked and went, I'm a real actor.
Yeah.
And maybe you haven't seen my CV. Let me walk you through my CV. I started in theatre. So it was interesting that, for a long time, people have had this attitude of a voice actor or a mocap artist or something like that. I don't like the terms because they're reductive.
They're pigeonholes. They're arbitrary as well.
Well, also reductive. It's like somehow diminishing what you're doing. I think game actors now are on exactly the same level as TV and film. The writing is sometimes surpasses TV and film. And I think we can all acknowledge that. And theatre as well. Theatre, film, television, games, radio, it's all acting, it's all performance.
I've run through this a lot with different things, and I think it's happened through the ages. There's often a sort of, the newer something is, it enters in at the bottom of the hierarchy of art.
Of course it does. The reason that they used film exclusively was a way of recording theatre. It wasn't supposed to be its own thing. Yeah. And then, of course, people started developing it, and you had these amazing things. And then television came in, and people saw the same thing. It's very dismissive of TV. Yeah. And again, it's just games, the new thing,
Let's get you on this train.
I'm on the train already. I just don't know it.
You hop on the train with this drunken fool's ticket.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's asleep in a bin.
That's right. Sweet dreams, fair prince. I wave to him as the train pulls up.
One of the ticket collectors in this beautiful, luxurious purple jacket with his little bellboy's hat lets you on the train. He's like,
welcome to the Amber Monarchs,
says the ticket collector, holding the door open to the rear carriage.
I give him my ticket.
There you go. F41 if you would.
Thank you. Listen, pal, I'm actually feeling a bit unwell. Could you help me get into the toilet? I think I'm a bit unsteady. I'm feeling a bit poorly.
Oh, well, I'd be more than happy to. Our lavatories are just here.
Reaches his arm under yours so
I'm
as to
putting my arm
support you,
around him
and
as
you
well.
can see just on his belt as the left-hand side of his jacket comes up, you can see on his belt there is a bright, shiny silver key.
Great.
Which is so aggressively tempting.
I'm going to wait until we get into like the toilety door thing.
Yep.
And then I'm going to try the sleight of hand. I'm going to just sort of jump and go, oh, I'm sorry, mate. And just jostle against him in the doorway of the toilet.
Oh, no, of course. I'll give you a bonus 10% for waiting for the opportune moment.
Thank you.
But yeah, you get towards the lavatory. It's a little sliding door.
So I slightly...
It's awkward.
I'm making it uncomfortable. I'm actually going to press my crotch gun against him a little bit as well. That's what I'm going to try and take it. So that's 10%, right? So
bonus 10, so
my
70. Oh God, you're 80 or under.
So I'm 80 or under. Okay, cool. That is a 77, which is 3 under. That's a pass by 3.
That'll do. Okay,
Right.
there is a moment where you think he's clocked this.
Oh!
And that's when I push my crotch gun holster against him.
In classic pickpocketing tradition,
Yeah, misdirection.
misdirection, exactly. But people only really are aware of one physical sensation at a
That's right,
time.
that's right.
So you create a more intense one with your crotch gun.
Yeah, holster.
Crotch holster.
Well, I guess the gun is
it's a crotch gun right now.
Yes, that's right. It is a crotch gun holster.
Yeah. Soon, later on, maybe it will be a handgun.
It might just be a handgun. That's very good. That's very good. I like that one.
Thank you. But for now, it's a crotch gun. And yeah, you managed to very deftly with your left hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm imagining the courier is ambidextrous.
I think he is ambidextrous. Yeah, I think he has to
I
be.
almost said ambiguous, which is not
He's
the
also
correct word.
he might be ambiguous.
He is ambiguous.
Yeah, why not?
It's a mysterious figure. He pockets the key
Yes.
off of this little lanyard.
All right.
And in there, it's like,
Here we are, sir. This is the lavatory. I'm afraid this is very much the edge of how much assistance I'm willing to give.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm going to hold his hand very gently. You're very kind.
he lifts his hand up slightly. And with a confused look in his face, he gently kisses the back of his own hand.
I think I just gave this guy a sexual awakening.
You can see something has changed within him. Something is not the same. What am I doing? What song is that?
I think you're just bursting into a song that you probably
No,
can't
we can't.
license.
That's copywritten.
Yeah, so yes, it's great. I've accomplished sexual awakening in another person.
You're secure in the lavatory of this carriage at the back of the train.
Yep.
And then with a little bodily shift, you feel the train suddenly set into motion.
Right.
And that soft sort of background noise of the train carriage, that sort of rhythmic clacking and clicking comes back in.
Okay.
Again, I assume that's going in post here.
It's very good.
Ooh,
It's very
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Evocative.
The clack more than the clipping. But I like the clacking.
Yeah, I think the clacking's more authentic to the time period.
I think you're right. I think that's what it is because it sounds rickety.
Yeah.
To add further confusion, I'm going to stuff as much toilet paper as I can down this toilet to block it.
Right.
And then I'm going to sort of like splash some water around everywhere.
Yeah.
So that if anybody tries to verify whether or not I'm actually ill, they're going to have a hard time investigating.
Right. Okay.
And then I'm going to walk out.
You stage a toilet.
I stage the
I
toilet.
don't know what you would roll for that. I'm just
I don't
going
think
to
we
let
need
it
to. I
happen.
think imagination. I'm going to roll our imagination.
This is one of those things. I like rolling when there are stakes, but
Yeah.
you can just do things.
I think we can do
You
things.
can ruin a toilet.
I think we can ruin a toilet. So I just stuff it in there, and I make sure not to like accidentally get toilet roll on my foot because that'd be embarrassing.
Yep.
Like if I walk out on a shoe, and then I just surreptitiously exit, and then I just leave the door slightly shut.
Well, you stepping out, the carriage is quite busy. It's not overcrowded. There's just like plenty of folks in here, and it's largely dock workers, warehouse workers, and sailors, that kind of thing. There's a sort of low-level background smell of hard day's sweat and cheap porter that pervades the space. Your guard is off towards the back of this carriage near what would be the door that takes him to the mail carriage.
So
just looking wistfully out of a window.
Yes, at life. So the mail carriage is where I need to get to find the casket, we presume. Which is that towards like the front of the train or the back?
The mail carriage is the very back carriage.
Yeah.
You're one carriage ahead of that.
Oh, amazing. That's great. I was actually going to go with the rich people and try to be their bodyguard. I'm so glad I didn't do that because this is much easier. Right, I'm going to sort of like have a look around at the various people close to the door.
Yep.
Are there any guards over there or anything like that?
No, the only guard you've got is your
Is the guy.
your recent acquaintance who, like I said, is currently wistfully looking out of the window,
Amazing.
deep in thought.
Amazing. Without alerting him to my manhood presence, because he might be very, very
Yep.
interested in what I'm doing, I'm going to see if I can discreetly move past him and check the door, maybe see if I need to put the lock in the door and get through the door without noticing.
Yep, easily get past him.
Amazing.
He's not even looking into the carriage at the moment, so
Amazing.
there's no rolls necessary.
You can go straight through.
Key slips into the lock, unlocks it. You step into the mail carriage, which is currently unoccupied.
Cool. I'm going to actually relock the door and leave the key slightly turned into it, but not straight, but slightly slightly turned.
Yeah, so it can't be accessed from the other side. You get into the mail carriage, and it's well ordered. Large sacks of mail, sort of like hoppers, bins of mail.
Yeah. I stop in there, look around, and goes, huh, looks flammable. Nice. Can I investigate? Like, have a look around for this?
Yeah, I think is it spot hidden? It is spot hidden. In this,
and maybe anything
50%.
else that catches my eye. Why not? So I got 50 in spot hidden.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 93. That's a massive fumble, I think. Well, that's not a fumble, but it's
Not
like,
a fumble,
it's
it's not a
pretty
double.
bad.
Okay, you miss potentially a useful thing.
So I stand on top of the casket and look around the
Yes.
room to see if I can find the casket.
You're looking around, pointing and humming, and you're waiting for your hum to change pitch.
Yes, it doesn't work.
That's where the interesting things are.
Right.
You have a little rummage through a couple of the bags. It's largely just mail.
Can I read it something?
Yeah, by all means.
I want to open like one of a romantic letter with them.
Sure.
Something that's like perfumed.
Yeah, there's a perfume letter there.
Great, I'm going to have a little read. Because I think one of his flaws is that he's really nosy. Like a literary peeping Tom.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all, though?
Readers of any intimacies?
Diving into the minds of others.
Yeah.
Through the majesty of text.
But what you do log is on the wall there is a clipboard with a manifest,
Oh, perfect. I was going to check that out.
which very simply establishes that there is a casket belonging to one V. Viniculo, which has been loaded in baggage car B at the front of the train.
Fuck.
Notable because it is the only item listed as being loaded into that carriage, which is weird.
So with a sort of like, typical. All right. Looks like I'm going first class. And I looked at camera. And then looked to Carry on. So then, so once that little play on words happens, like he sort of sighs and he's going to go back to the door, very gently open it, and just peek out a little bit, make sure that nobody's looking at this door that he's not supposed to be in.
Yep.
And then he's going to step out, and then I'm going to try and find that guy again.
The gentleman with whom you had a connection.
Indeed.
He is halfway down the carriage, just checking tickets of other people, but you can see something in his eye has changed. Which leads me to another question.
Yes.
Which is, of all the characters you've portrayed...
Who else's sexual awakening have I created?
I
don't know, apparently a lot of people.
Yeah, it's like, of all the characters you've played,
Yeah.
who would be your favourite one to hang out with?
I don't know. I'm not very good with these kind of headcanon questions because for me, when I do the job is the living moment. And then when I let go of it, I'm really more interested in the audience's experience of it.
Right.
So,
Well, then, let me try a different approach
Yeah,
to this,
man.
which is,
Yeah.
which of your characters do you think has changed more other people?
the profoundest impact I think that one of my characters have had on people was probably Astarion.
Right.
For the sheer volume of people that come up to me to say that they found solace through not just him, but also the amazing story that Larian created of Baldur's Gate 3, and also the amazing actors and also the amazing characters and all the whole game as a whole, I think has had the biggest impact of any of the projects I've been involved with. But I've also had characters like Heisenberg and Gavin Reed, of all people, from Detroit Become Human, that have resonated, for instance, with trans kids. And that, for me, was a really, wow moment of not seeing that coming. Do you know what I mean? Not seeing, how would Heisenberg and Gavin Reed and Astarion even... seeing that resonate with the trans community was awesome, amazing, and completely unexpected. So I think I've been very lucky that for some reason a lot of my characters, not a lot, some of my characters, because there's some characters like a fish in a tank, I'm not sure that resonates with the trans community, to be honest. But there's a lot of great characters that people have found solace and community through, found each other through, which is really amazing. That's mind-blowing as well, to see people come together over the love of a shared project or character or what have you. Also very careful not to take full credit for this because it's not, it's nothing to do with me. It's I helped in the realization of this character. And it's a privilege to be able to say, I'm so happy that you found something in this character.
Yeah.
And also to meet people now, I do a lot of conventions and stuff, to hear their experiences of the character. So I think all of it, I'm quite amazed by all of it really, that people... like my stuff, fundamentally enjoy it, but also get so much out of it. It's really wonderful.
We return to you approaching your...
Creating the Mind Palace once again.
Yes, back in, train.
Putting our Mind Palace hats on.
Rickety. Back to the Foley.
Back to the Foley.
From the sound to pit team.
May we have some more Foley?
Fading that back in. From what
Jungle
I imagine...
noises? That's a bit weird. Really?
That's for later, Okay. So we return to you approaching your friend the guard, who is reconsidering some things, and you can see he's just sort of rotating a ring around his left ring finger.
Okay.
Just with a sort of 1,000-yard stare.
I imagine that Courier Statham doesn't really usually get moved by people empathy-wise. I feel for this particular character, there's a tiny, tiny sliver of his heart grows a tiny bit bigger, but not much, just a little bit. And he just sort of sits there and just cocks his head a little bit. And then she goes, oh well, fuck it.
Yeah.
And then just comes up to him and taps a very gentle hand on his shoulder.
Ah, sir, how can I help?
I just want to say thank you. I feel much better. Listen, I feel awkward in front of people, but I would love to, really give you a proper thank you, if that's all right. If we could go up there, I feel embarrassed. I'm not really used to thanking people in public. Would it be great if we go to that little section of the car, just so I can talk to you properly and just really say thank you in person?
Yes, certainly, sir. Please accompany me to the vestibule and we shall engage in thanks.
He loosens his shirt collar a little bit.
Okay, cool.
And leads you down towards the front end of this carriage. And
Right.
you can see there's another little silver lock on the door between this carriage and the next.
Wait, a silver lock, which I have the key of, that he doesn't.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. Okay, so, cool. I let him lead me. I follow him to...
There's like a little guard's office
Yes.
in the corner of the carriage.
Oh, we're going to the guard. Is the guard's office, discreet? Is it, behind the door, or is it, glass?
It's got, there's glass, but it's got those, I always think of 1920s, those sort of pull-down blinds that if you
Great.
pull them, they go...
Perfect. Great. Okay.
And they're already down.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so I'll follow him into that.
It's a awkwardly
It's
small
awkwardly small, yeah.
space.
And the door, I can close the door myself.
Just,
right?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So I close the door and sort of have a little look through the blinds a little bit, and then look back to him.
You have to excuse me that I'm... Well, one doesn't usually have, clients in the, my...
I'm going to gently put my hand over his mouth. Listen, I have something very important to tell you.
I get that impression.
I'm actually not a passenger on this train.
Really?
I'm part of, 1920s, His Majesty's Secret Service. And I need your help desperately.
Oh.
There's something very dangerous on board here, and I need your help. Otherwise, people might die. I'm going to take my hand off you. Promise not to scream.
No.
You've got very nice skin. I'm going to take my hand away. Listen, my name is Agent... He just thinks of a name. Agent...
You look around the room.
Yeah, look around the room.
What you can see is... you can see some Basildon Bond.
Yeah, sure. My name is Agent Basildon Bond. Look back at him like this, staring to defy my lie.
Oh, Jesus. He's like...
No, of course. Any assistance I can remedy would be, of course, happy to help. Am I in danger now? Should I have a gun?
Well, no, you shouldn't have a gun. Listen, I need to get to Coach B. There's something on there of vital importance. I need your help to help me. So what I'd like you to do, you're going to give me your jacket and your little hat.
Right, like a disguise.
Good.
And I'll disguise myself as you.
Exactly right. We're on exactly... Wow, we were like... It's kismet. We're like two peas in a pod, aren't we?
Aren't we?
So, the idea is, I'll be the inspector, you'll be the passenger, and together we'll go and have a complaint or something. And we'll go up to Coach B, and I'll save the day, and you'll be a hero, and I'll be... Well, I won't be the hero, I'm quite quiet like that, but you can take the glory.
Oh my gosh, that sounds really rather,
I know. What's your name?
Charles. Charles Martinet.
Martinet. Yes. Charles Martinet. I'm Agent Basildon Bond. It's a pleasure. I'm going to hold out my hand.
You again kisses the back of his own
Yeah,
hand.
okay, go. I have to work on that. All right. So, how big is this guy?
He is...
Which I have not asked before I thought this was planned through.
Yeah, well, your size is a stat now.
My size is a
Cthulhu.
stat, yeah.
You
So
have-
my size is 50.
Okay, this guy is... 57. He's slightly
Amazing.
bigger than you. He'll have a slightly harder time wearing your jacket than you will his.
Amazing. I mean, it's too early in our relationship for me to care that much about him, so
Yeah.
right now I don't care if he can fit my jacket or not.
That's fine.
But it's very good that I can fit in his. Great.
Yeah.
So, okay, we swap clothes. I'm going to take out all, obviously, things that shouldn't be in there. A hip flask, whiskey, cigarettes, book of matches, necklace with a 45 bullet on it. Jesus. A sturdy padlock and lockpicks. And my money, and this other guy's, that drunken guy's wallet.
Yes.
All of which I'm going to move to, I imagine I've got one of those waistcoats that has, little hidden parts of it.
Yeah.
Where I can keep lockpicks and things like that.
I look at most of your character's gear is in holsters.
Yeah, everything's holstered because it's efficient, especially if because every now and again you get into rust and tumble.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of adjust his clothing, tussle his hair,
Yeah.
make him look a little bit more dishevelled than he actually is, and then I'm gonna adjust my hat. I'm gonna smooth down my hair and just make myself look as presentable as I can.
Yeah.
In the short space of time,
Should I affect my voice?
Yes, I think you should.
Right. Oh, blimey, I'm from a working man's ass.
Put my fingers to his lips and go, let's not do that. What about Scottish?
I'm certain I can manage something. Scottish. All right. This sort of... Oh, wait, hang on. Let me get the voice in my head.
So look at my timepiece and just look at my head.
we do one of those SpongeBob 5 minutes
Yes,
later.
5 minutes later.
Something like this. This sort of Midlothian thing. Sorry.
The courier looks at him, looks like down a little bit, looks back at him and goes, actually, that's pretty convincing. Yeah, great. Okay, let's go. So your name is McTavish?
McTavish.
My name is Charles.
That's me. You're Charles, I'm McTavish. That's right. Done. Right, solved. Who's Bond?
Bond doesn't exist anymore.
Done.
I'll do a voice too.
Okay.
Hello, my name's Charles.
Subtle. I like it.
Thank you. Now, you're going to lead the way. I'm going to follow you. And if there's any problem, I want you to reach back and just give me a squeeze.
Done. Happy to do so.
On the hand.
All right, okay.
Squeeze my hand.
Okay.
There's a problem, just discreetly squeeze my hand.
All right, we best crack on.
He gets to the door and goes,
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I've lost my key.
Don't worry about that. I can help you with that. I know how to pick a lock. Line of business, the Secret Service often have to pick locks. Don't worry, so I can do that for you.
I'll cover you while you do that.
I like the idea he doesn't know what covering is, but he's still going to cover me. So he puts a towel over my head.
well, he just stands between you and the rest of the carriage while you presumably just unlock the door with the key.
Like, I unlock it
little
and
clicky noises.
then start making clicky noises as if
Sound
I'm
effect, please.
Not bad, not bad.
Damn.
So just to do that, I rattle it around a little bit as if I'm picking the lock and put the key back in my pocket.
The door swings open. You've got a little gap between the two train carriages. Presumably, again, sound up a little bit and then down as we move into the next carriage.
Yeah, nice.
You're into another carriage. This is another passenger car.
Yep.
There's a array of passengers in here, although the vibe is a little bit more moneyed. Not massively. It's
Not
very
massively.
middle class.
It's sort of like reading Homes and Gardens equivalent of 1920s.
Yeah, but literally everybody in this carriage is reading. And there's only about 15, 20 people in here. It's not massively it's not oversold as the other one was.
Does anybody look particularly suspicious? Because my character is a little suspicious of the middle classes.
You've got seats either side of you, the main aisle, a guard at the far end.
Yep.
And again, all of them are reading. And what
There's a
you
guard at the
realise
far end.
is suspicious is they're all reading in unison. When one turns a page of their newspaper or book or what have you, everybody turns their page at the same time.
Before Charles can step in further into the thing, I'm just going to grab the back of his coat and just pull him ever so slightly gently back.
Yep.
Does the guard seem to be noticing anything weird? Does the guard acting strange?
The guard at the far end.
Yeah.
Not our friend Charles or McTavish. Charles McTavish, as I'm now going to call him.
Yes.
The guard doesn't seem to have noticed you enter the carriage at all. Nobody seems to have noticed you enter the carriage. They're all ludicrously focused on whatever it is they're reading.
Okay.
And then as you look back up, everyone in the carriage looks out the window at the same time.
Okay, that's a little weird. Okie dokie. I'm going to gently push Charles forward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to wait a few paces back from him
Yeah.
and say, all right, let's make our way. What's the name of the guard? Before he moves off, sorry.
That's McMurty.
You know each other well?
Not super well. I don't usually work the same line as him. He's kind of a dick.
That's a dicks I can handle. All right, so you go forward, and I'll be right behind you.
All right, okay. Do you want me to make a complaint?
To him, yeah, but don't really get into it until I'm with you. All right, and I'll come and back you up with your complaint.
Okay, you wait here.
Yeah, so I'm just going to watch him and leave him to go ahead.
Sure thing. He very confidently marches down the aisle, full of this sort of false bravado you filled him with.
See here, I've got an issue with how you're running this train.
And as he gets about 3 rows away from the guard, you realise everybody on the carriage is staring at him really intently. Everyone on the carriage stands up simultaneously. And a handful of people at the front of the train, all within arm's reach of him, all put their arms on him.
Wait, what? Get off!
And they pull him to the right into a vacant seat.
What are you doing? Get off me!
A couple of them hold him into the seat, and then someone just thrusts a book, a copy of the dark blue itinerary magazine. And he suddenly goes silent, and you realise he is now reading along with the rest of the carriage.
Well, fuck him.
Would you make a sanity check, please?
I will make a sanity check, yeah.
So your current sanity
99.
is...
Oh, that's max
Yeah,
sanity.
yeah, current is
I was trying to get
60.
one past you there, buddy. Nope. It's 60, yeah, okay, so make a sanity check. 43.
43, you're okay. You don't lose any sanity points, but you are like, that's unusual.
To say the least. So they don't seem to have noticed me.
No.
He got about halfway through.
And to be fair, they didn't notice him until he started making a ruckus.
Yeah, that's true. Is the door behind me open, just out of curiosity?
It's closed over, but not closed. It certainly isn't locked.
Cool, so I could dash back out if I need to.
Yes.
Is there a bit in the train that we move through that's open to the elements that I can just potentially crawl on top of the train? and
You
go
could
over?
give it a go.
There's usually iron rungs to get up on those
Yep.
things, but whether or not it's like oh fuck it, I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to go. So
Yep.
we're going to go to the iron rungs and I'm going to see if there's anybody around. Then if nobody's looking at me or anybody coming through, I'm going to climb up onto the roof of the train.
Okay, there are little iron rungs to the side, and you're able to scramble up on top of the train. And would you give me a climbing check?
Yes.
This is less to see if you succeed at this, and more to see how quickly you manage it.
Sure. That's a 40 and I got an 81, which is a big old thing.
Okay. The wind of you is whipping past. You lose your hat immediately.
Oh, my hat! Charles
you-
gave me that hat.
Yeah. You look behind you and see the hat strike somebody else having a different adventure.
Sure.
At which point, like, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, it slaps onto his head and he manages to avoid the guards.
Yes, he's going the other way.
Bloody amateurs. Yeah, sure.
And you manage to very carefully claw your way.
Okay. So the wind is really whipping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your hair's going to look ludicrous when you get off of this.
Or amazing.
Or incredible. We'll roll. We'll roll to see how well it goes.
Thank you.
And you can see down, like, there's a little bit of a skylight thing either side. You're very careful to not be visible from below.
Yeah.
But you can peek in and see this weird...
So I'm on the side of the train.
You're going on the roof.
I'm going the roof.
But there's like a little skylight
Oh, there's
thing
little
on the
skylights.
side.
Okay.
And you can see this weird hive of people
Yes.
constantly acting in unison.
very strange.
It's very weird.
It is very weird. Once I take a good gander, how far is it towards the next bit where I can drop down?
You're up there for about 10 minutes because it's difficult
Okay.
going and the
Okay.
wind is very much in your face. Every
Okay.
now and then you have to just lie flat because a tunnel turns up.
Yeah, sure.
There's some of those overhanging water things that they used to have in the films,
Yes,
from the
I know.
westerns.
It's awesome.
like the opening sequence of Indiana Jones and the Last
basically
Crusade.
that.
It's that, but you're not that athletic.
Yeah, it's Mission Impossible as if Tom Cruise had got a massive... Well, I just hadn't been working out for some time.
Yep.
Yeah. So he was
Exactly.
like Tom Cruise if he'd taken it easy. Just went, no, I'm just going on holiday for a bit, drink beer. Turns up to the first day of filming.
He's had a
They're like, Tom, you're not looking like Ethan Hunt so much.
Stubs out a cigarette.
Stubs out a cigarette.
Right, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
That's all right, let's do it.
I think we've
Like
both
that.
given Tom Cruise a North London accent. Yeah. Suddenly realised, I don't know what Tom Cruise sounds like.
So yeah, imagine Tom Cruise having taken it easy for 6 months on a holiday, drinking nothing but pina colada and smoking, and then turning up to do the train sequence.
Yep.
That's kind of where I'm at in terms of my physicality.
Precisely.
Great.
The
Okay.
weirdest bit is you getting to the end of the train
Yeah.
and realising you have to somehow rotate to climb down a ladder.
I
Because you
did
can't
not
go
think-
forwards down a ladder.
I really
And
wish
it's
I
not
hadn't
like-
drunk all those pina
it's-
coladas.
It's not dangerous. It's just ungainly. Like the worst.
Yeah.
The worst thing that happens to you is you go past a little village. You can see some kids watching, being like,
Yeah, I like the idea that Courier Statham pretty much looks like Jason Statham. Like he's really handy, and actually is the most ungainly, like dexterous.
just ungraceful.
He's just really clumsy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not that he's out of shape. It's just he just doesn't relate to his body very well. So he's very ungainly.
Yeah.
Like with one leg over, the other leg is sort of stuck somehow.
He gets down and one of his shoe is sort of caught behind one of the rungs,
Yeah.
so he's got one leg up.
But
He
then
has to climb
then
back
he's
up
like
a
got
bit.
one hand up here, and he's trying to work out how to. This hand is cramping a little bit, so he's trying to move it, but then he realizes, oh, this is really hurting, and oh, this has been a lot. And you know when you kneel down too long,
It's
and
unreasonable how painful that gets.
Yeah, it's like that. So when he gets down, he's just going to sit down on the edge of this thing and just sit there going. And he's going to take his hip flask out and have a little swig because that was a lot.
Reasonable. What's in there?
I'm going to say it is whiskey, but not a very good one.
Sure.
Like a bad whiskey.
Canadian club. No shade to the good people
Wow.
at Canadian club. But that was a bad whiskey time.
Okay. And at this point, he realizes, yeah, I think I need to run more.
It just has a.
And he lights up a cigarette.
Yeah. Well, the 1920s cigarettes are good for you.
No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say he didn't run more. He goes, that was pretty brutal. Better have a cigarette and regain my strength.
On the pack, it's like Morley's cigarettes for your health.
That's right, yeah. Don't smoke, kids. It's not a good
No,
thing.
it is not. Please do not, listeners, do not smoke.
Yeah.
This is
It absolutely
we're
does
making
not
fun of the
rejuvenate
1920s.
you in the circa 1920s health theories.
It was simply unregulated marketing.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Charles. Like,
That's fair.
Because, again, my heart grew like 0.05%.
Yep.
And there's something about Charles that my character is... He's genuinely feeling something.
Yeah.
He's not sure what he's feeling. It could be guilt, or I don't know.
Is that
Something
new
like
for him?
He doesn't know what guilt is, but it could be. I just want to have a little peek to make sure that Charles is fundamentally
Charles
zombified,
Charles
but
is
okay.
physically okay,
Okay.
but there is a glassiness to his eyes. That sort of hope that new realization had lived.
But he's not being like ritually sacrificed.
No. He's
Okay,
just
good.
sort of.
Okay. He's just there.
Yeah, he's reading, but he's not taking anything in. It's
Why are the pretty ones
mechanical.
so dumb? He puts his little hand up to little hand, large hand. Thank you. He puts his hand up to the window
Yeah.
and just sort of like, okay, I'll be back for you, Charles. Hang in there.
Okay, as he does, people in the carriage who are facing forwards just with like an audible whoosh, all look directly at the window.
Fuck! Just go, fuck me! Just like turn and just run into the next carriage.
Sure. You barrel into the next carriage, and all of a sudden you
Yeah.
are assaulted with jazz.
The hidden music.
Yeah.
1920s jazz was good.
Yeah.
So this is like good jazz music. Can we do a little rendition? Like that.
Nice. Yeah.
Are there any beatniks?
There are partygoers, the ones who bustled past you on the on the platform. What you see is a veritable mass of revelers still partying in this carriage. This is the buffet car. You can see a bar at the end where there is a gramophone.
Did any of these people look... I mean, they're pretty active, so they're not zombies, but then, do they look like they're all moving in unison as well? Are they all independent thinkers at the moment?
It's hard to... because they're largely all dancing to the same beat, so there is a sort of
Can I make it-
uniformity to
Can I
them.
make it like a spot hidden test?
Yes,
Or
you can.
investigation or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's 50. Whoops. And we have a 36. That's actually like a good success.
Yes, hard success, I believe,
Hard
as they
success,
call them. They
yes.
call them in the business.
Yes.
By the business, I mean the book that this game is written down in.
The good book.
Have you heard the good news?
Can we come in and talk about the good book of Cthulhu? Have you had eldritch horrors in your life? No, well, let's talk about it then. So what we can do is we can take your soul, which you don't need anyway, and turn it into power. How would you like that?
In a very real sense, you're not using your soul actively. Put it to use.
What is a soul, really, when you think about it? It's just a bunch of words, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. Your money's not doing any good in the bank, and your soul's not doing any good trapped in your bones.
So call us Cthulhu ists.
Yes, on 0800 Cthulhu. You need one of the phones with letters.
I love the fact we turned this little bit into a runaway advert. It's very
That's
good.
it. Well, this is now sponsored by
Now,
the church.
now sponsoring Let's Roll Cthulhuists. We're here for your Cthulhu and Eldritch needs.
We're here for you.
We're ready to believe us.
I'm going to segue into... I'm not even going to segue, I'm just going to go into questions.
go into it.
I've got two back-to-back.
Yeah.
One is, community's always been a core aspect of your
Yes.
work.
Yeah, very much so.
What impact does it have on you when you're approaching new projects?
So I don't really like... the one thing I don't... I don't plan acting roles. I get given them.
Oh, yeah,
So it's
I've-
like I choose. I think I'm going to play this today.
I am
Does
well
work.
familiar with spotlight
Yeah,
systems.
we auditioned, you know. Occasionally, and now things have changed a little bit, so occasionally I'm very flattered to be offered to collaborate with somebody, which is amazing.
Yep.
But most of the time I audition, like every other actor, and why wouldn't I? It's fair enough. So when we create our own stuff, I'm never really thinking what would the audience like, because I think the danger with that is you start judging ideas or characters and stuff, and you start trying to play towards maybe, I don't know, fads or things that have come before. It's far better as an artist to create the art and then just go, don't know if you're going to like it or not, but here it is. So we're really grateful to have this community built around like the Twitch streams that we do and the podcasts that we do and all these kind of things. But the community created themselves, do you know what I mean? Which is always amazing to see that. So I guess it's the other way around, really. It's more like we want to create something that hopefully will entertain people. We don't know if it will, but we just want to sort of keep creating stuff to entertain. The proof is always like, are you having fun in what you're doing? Is the endeavor from an ego point of view, or is it from a point of view of trying to create a fun story or an experience? And if it's the latter, if it's about like, this is a great story, this is a really fun experience, we're having fun doing it, then I would say you're 99.9% always on the right track.
I got a really good piece of advice a few years ago from a buddy of mine. The only thing that's pleasurable to watch on stage is pleasure. You
Yeah,
have
if
to be
you- if
enjoying
you're-
what you're doing before anybody else can.
We do. I mean, we keep overlaps in our stuff, and we keep the laughter.
Yeah.
We don't. We edit very little. It's all comedy improv, really.
Yeah.
Because you're right. It's like if people see other people have pleasure, you take pleasure from that.
Yeah. Well, this segues into my follow-up, which
Yeah.
is you don't get given roles, you audition for them.
Sure.
But what really appeals to you when you at that pitch stage? What sort of thing do you
Something
gravitate
that I haven't
towards?
done before. I think I don't really care about the size of the role. As long as it's well written, it's interesting, it's fun, and also most importantly, there's something about it that really resonates with me. Like, oh, I've got a great idea. Oh, that would be really fun to play that.
Yeah.
A new experience. I'd love to play Astarion again because that's Astarion, but that's one role.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to do a clone of Astarion. I've got offered something which they sadly pitched to me as oh, you like it, it's just like Astarion. It's like, then I'm not interested in doing it.
Yeah.
If something is Astarion adjacent, characters fill in certain roles, yeah, that happens. But it's not like, I don't want to play the character again unless I'm playing that character.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the experience is specific to that.
Yeah, the first things I did after BG3 came out was I played a mutant fish in a tank.
Yeah.
For
What was that in?
Warframe.
Oh.
I did a very good Brian Blessed impression.
Yeah, I didn't know that was you.
I used Brian Blessed as an inspiration, as a way of honouring Brian Blessed for helping me get into acting.
That's great.
As an inspiration. It's him and, was it Brian Blessed, and I mixed in Mel Brooks. His name's Fibonacci.
Mm-hmm.
He talks like this when he goes like that. That's like Mel Brooks does that a lot of the time. When he talks like that. So
This is obviously an audio medium, but I can see the Mel Brooksing you're doing with your face.
Yeah. Well, I'm a physical actor as well.
Yeah.
So I like to blend inspirations together. Yeah, I played Fibonacci, and then the next thing I did was a freebie on Fallout London. I played Barry the Boat, who was based on some of the characters from On the Buses, which was a 1970s comedy.
Oh, my
show.
Reg Varney.
Yeah, all those guys.
Yeah.
The guy with the mustache, the inspector.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either. And actually, he's the best actor.
I'll get you, Butler!
Yeah, but he's actually the best actor.
He's really good.
He's really good because when you see the detail of all the stuff he used to do, he used to stand on his tiptoes a little bit and do like this kind of stuff. There was a lot of character work in that character. So I remember thinking, wow, that's really fun. That's the kind of stuff I like playing because it's like there's a lot of work you can do, which in a good way, to create a character like that, and you have a lot of fun. Half the time, people aren't even going to see the references and things you're putting in there. You're just seeding it with detail so that it comes to life, and it's multi-layered and all the rest of it.
So I think of them as anchors for the voice.
Sure.
Or reference points, so I don't lose them.
It's inspiration points.
Yeah. Well, let us get you back into the carriage.
Yes, please.
You can hear activity in the carriage behind you.
I see.
Like a crowd getting up en masse.
Yes.
And also trying to make their way down an aisle, which is harder to do.
Because they're all moving at the same time.
Yes.
Is there anything is there a chair or something or table I can block?
Yeah,
pull over and block
there's like at the back end of this carriage, the end you're near, there's a little gap. There's a bit of what I'm going to call cabaret seating.
Sure.
Ahead of you is this sort of mass of revellers.
I'd like to see if I can get a chair and do that proppy thing where the back legs go on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And it's tilted at 45 degrees.
Very genre appropriate.
Very genre appropriate.
No roll required.
I just want to go like that and sweep it over. I go to adjust my hat, like I just did something cool, and realise my hat's gone.
Here's no hat. And your head. I need just give me a single D10. Odds or evens, which is good.
Odds. Evens.
Evens is good. Your hair looks incredible.
Amazing.
There's some polish. Some polished brass.
I go to fix my cap, realise it's not there, and they just touch my hair. I was like, wow.
Yeah, you catch your reflection in some like polished metal work, and just for a moment you're like, sweet Moses.
Sweet Moses, I look amazing. I look amazing. I get lost in my own hair for too long. I go, no, come on. Come on, Courier. Get back onto the mission.
You're basically trying to get through a 1920s mosh pit.
Okay, so...
albeit with a less intense vibe.
So the only thing I can think of is engaging with the right attitude, I would say, but also, most importantly, with the ancient ritualistic art form of contemporary dance. So I'm going to try and jig my way through the crowd with dance moves. Mm-hmm. Some might say an earthly dance move.
We'll find out how the roll goes.
And blend into this crowd.
Let's have you make... we've established that movement is an important aspect of acting. You have an acting skill.
I do have an acting skill, which is 50%. That is a 10. That is a 16, my friend. An 18, which is a massive super duper success, I believe.
A hard success. You effortlessly intuit the rhythms
I actually make
of this
up
dance.
some new moves that nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah.
So
there is a little sequence where the crowd parts.
I do.
Like in Saturday Night Fever.
And I'm in the middle, and I actually do 70s disco movements 50 years early. So I actually create dance moves like the Travolta thing. Like that stuff. Like, people haven't even seen this. And it will take another 50 years for it to resonate through humanity.
A selection of different partners come to you.
I actually moonwalk through it at one point.
The crowd sort of stop for a moment and look really confused at you, and you're like, oh, maybe it's too early for you, but your kids are going to love it.
That's right. Very nice Back to the Future reference. Very well done. Literally, I do a moonwalk spin and go, ah-hoo.
And as you do that, the crowd's like impressed. They're not sure why they're impressed.
Yeah, they don't understand what they're seeing.
It's like doing conjuring trick for a toddler. They don't have object permanence. They know something happened.
They're not entirely sure what it is.
Yeah.
Do they need to make a sanity check, the entire crowd?
They do.
Make it.
Oh, God. Okay. No, they've done bad.
I break their minds with my dancing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Okay. You see something change in the crowd. The energy shifts. Mm-hmm. The pace of the music seems to increase.
Yes.
As the dancing around you grows more frenetic. You hear the popping of more champagne corks, hopefully, in post.
Cork pops.
And
Very
then
good.
there. And then one over here.
I'll give it back a
Nice. And that rhythm is increasing. The music is getting louder. The dancing is getting more frenetic.
The perfect distraction.
Those sort of low, I don't know what they're called, the champagne glasses that pile up nicely.
Flutes?
No, not the flutes, the wider ones.
Oh no, they're not flutes. You're right. They're like champagne. They're just fancy champagne glasses.
Yeah, fancy champagne
I
glasses.
don't know what they're called. They're just fancy.
Champagne is being poured into them with a band
Champagne for my
splashing
real
everywhere.
friends. I shout out, champagne for my real friends, real pain for my sham friends.
And at that, trying to again distract, and we try and get through the crowd.
You're trying to push through the crowd, and the train starts going through a couple of tunnels, and there's a sort of strobing effect of the sunlight, darkness. It's
Nice.
getting a little rapid.
It's getting a little cinematic.
It's getting a little cinematic. Yes, and you look back and you see this throbbing mass of people. Some of the champagne is being poured and spilled, but it's darker now, and it splashes on your face, and you smell blood.
Okay.
And then you look back in the carriage, and beyond the revellers, at the doorway, which is propped still by a chair, you see a shadowy figure standing in the doorway, looking up at you. Its face initially in shade from a flat cap, a purple cap, in fact. You look up and you realise it is Charles, his face glassy-eyed, blood pouring out of his eyes, and he is holding a bright silver blade, glimmering in the darkness. And there's sunlight again, and he's gone. And then darkness, and he's back, but he's closer this time.
Oh fuck!
And then sunlight! And then darkness, and he's now a couple of feet closer. He's not moving, he's just getting nearer.
So I take my crotch gun in my hand.
Yes.
And I'm just going to literally point it, same level. I'm not even going to draw it up.
Yep.
I'm just going to point it there, slightly at a 45-degree angle, ready to pull the trigger at any moment.
Absolutely fine. You're pushing your way back through the crowd. It's difficult. You're getting jostled back and forth. I'd like you to make, for me, a dexterity check. So, just
Dex is 70?
that one.
Yep.
Oh, you're pretty good at dex.
Pretty good, Dex. That's a failure. That's an 89. Oh, that's a 39. What am I talking about? It's not a failure. It's a massive success. It's a
In
hard
which case,
success.
your gun
39.
almost knocked from your... In fact, your gun is knocked from your hand.
Yeah.
By one of the revellers who just smashes out of the way in the middle of this fervid dance, froth pouring from their jaw as they do. What you do, however, is the gun spirals up, you catch it in your other hand.
Look amazing.
And just bring it back down into a shooting stance.
Yes.
You're pushing your way back, you're next to the gramophone, and you see the gramophone, for whatever reason, has another silver key in it that is apparently activating the gramophone. Behind you is this door to the next carriage with another little silver lock, very similar to the silver key in the gramophone. The music immediately stops as all of these revellers just stop and turn and look at you and all take one massive breath in. Good luck in post.
That was a bit
That was
weak.
okay.
I think we can do better than that.
Yeah, that felt like just the three of us
Yeah.
doing this after we've recorded it, but that's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
We just layer that over itself.
You know what, man? They've had a long day. Okay, cool. They're looking at me. Shit.
Yeah.
Lighting. Let's talk about lighting.
Yep.
Was there any kind of light in the thing, like lanterns, or is it electric? Or
There are newfangled electric lights in here.
Shit.
There's a console. It's behind the bar, so you'd have to head slightly back into the carriage. So you're adjacent to the door. That's where the gramophone
The bar's
is.
next to me, though, right?
Yep.
With alcohol.
Yep.
Because that's what bars do.
Correct.
So I've got the key, which I'm going to put into a safe thing on my waistband. I've got the gun out. So I'm going to start to walk forward, and I'm going to do in fact, I'm going to moonwalk.
The moonwalking, once again, perplexes the crowd.
That's right. So moonwalk again, and then I'm going, and I'm going to actually, as I go, during the part of the, I'm going to spin over the bar,
Yep.
grab this enormous bottle, and I'm just going to throw it, like smash it across the front like a wall of fire, if you will.
Yes.
By then using one of my chin matchsticks to then light the matchstick off my chin and throw it down as it cascades, and it lights as I throw it.
Yep.
So it won't be blown out by me throwing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, that
So
makes
it goes like that and just lands on this wall of fire. This liquid, and then goes woof. Yes.
You've bought yourself a few seconds as
Cool.
the revellers recoil, but you can see slowly, like a shark's fin, coming through this crowd, is this shadowed version of Charles.
Charles. No.
Just the flames glimmering off the silver blade.
Can my eyes meet his eyes?
Yes.
I just look at him. Charles. Damn. And I'm just going to barrel my way to the door.
You do. You barrel through the door, key in the lock, click, click.
Same thing again.
Lock it on the way out.
That's right. Doing the halfway thing.
Yep.
The annoying thing. I can't get the key out. 'Cause it's halfway.
As soon as you do that, you hear rattling on the other side of the door. The blinds are still down on the other side.
I'm just going to get into the next carriage.
Barreling into the next carriage.
Yep.
You're into a large cargo carriage. It's full of crates and boxes and
cargo
furniture.
B?
No, this is C, cargo C.
Okay.
Full of crates, boxes and furniture covered in protective cloth. Cabinets and chests line the walls, secured with straps and rope and the like. Some boxes have piles of newspapers or folders of clipped articles and torn pages from various books. Several paintings lean against the wall. you have a brief moment where you're like, this carriage is too wide. It's wider than the others. That's not how trains work.
No, it's also not how the tunnel system works with trains. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like a clear, like, it's about 10 foot too wide.
Okay. That's not good. Do I need to make a sanity check for this?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah.
But you can also still hear a rattling from the door behind you.
That is a fail. No, I succeed. I keep doing that. A 37.
37, you're fine.
So it's
your
like
sanity remains intact.
So I do a proper state and all right, and then just like deal with that. I realise that there's danger behind me. I've got to get to the next carriage. Can I quickly look to see if there's anything that can help me or anything I can pick up or something I could maybe like push over like a big like like a cabinet or wardrobe or something weird
There's
like that.
to barricade the door.
Yeah.
There's there's a grandfather clock.
Amazing. Amazing.
Reasonably near the door. Can you give me a strength check, please?
Yes,
just
I can.
to
My strength
yeet
is
that
not
into place.
great. Again, we've established I look like I'm strong. I'm actually not.
Yeah.
This is definitely a fail. This is an 89.
Yes.
So I'm like, no.
And the camera, as you do that, the camera's tight on you doing that for a couple of seconds. And we pan out and we discover you've moved backwards.
Yeah, I've moved backwards. The grandfather clock has moved me backwards. At one point, my face goes really red. And I'm starting to sweat trying to push this thing over. And then I fart with the strain of it.
Yeah. And then with the rocking of the train and what have the grandfather clock falls to the ground with a tremendous clang.
Were you really putting the SFX team through their paces?
Yeah, none of that's in the script.
Not at all. All right, moving forward. Okay, so that's fucked. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to go, sod it. And I'm just going to turn and just quickly walk my way through this place. Again, like looking for anything. Can I make like a spot hidden? Or
You make
something?
spot hidden.
Just see if there's anything useful or anything out of place. Like that's like a bear trap or something on the floor that I should probably not step into. That is a 59. Spot hidden's 50, but I do have luck.
You can spend your willpower points to make that into a success.
Oh, is that not luck points you do that with?
Oh, sorry, luck points in the system.
I'm going to use 4 luck points
To convert that into a success.
convert that into a success.
Done.
If I may, please.
You certainly may. And you have plenty of luck. A couple of things stand out to you.
Yeah.
A few of the paintings are piled up against the side of the carriage, and you sort of flip through them like files. They're all broadly the same area, which you, at a guess, you'd say was Romania.
Okay.
The Courier has travelled.
Yes, sir.
It's in his name and subsequent job.
That looks like Brashov. Nice.
A couple of folders, you flip through those, nothing immediately jumps out at me. They're all like clipped from Romanian newspaper articles, some maps, again, some like old-timey photographs of landscapes and what have you, and a few of them have clock towers circled with question marks on them, often in like a thick red ink.
Okay.
You find a couple of books, one of which has a key sandwiched in one of the pages.
Nice.
And there are, I'll give you 2 of these. Yeah, you find a 1700s British cavalry sabre.
Amazing, taking that.
Still in pretty good nick.
I'm going to give it a good squish go.
Yeah, that'll do the job.
And a similar, well, not as old, but a kukri. A large curved blade.
Can I take both these
You
things?
certainly can.
I'm going to place the kukri in a place that isn't necessarily obvious. Like the small of the back or something.
Right.
Or something like,
Yeah.
tuck it in. Just so I can whip it out.
Yeah, well, the kukri comes with, satisfyingly, a kukri little holster for it, which will...
I like that. I like a holster. Love a holster.
And then just as you're rummaging through these things, you find this key. Amongst everything else, you find 2 diaries, one significantly older than the other. I have for you here.
Luckily, my character's a speed reader.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
July 4th, 1870. 30 years old,
and I've spent searching for the Scholomance. Frustration is ever my companion, and I must pin my courage to the sticking place daily. Though I am not completely without progress. I have come into possession of some diaries, one belonging to a Tybalt Martinet. In his work, he makes reference to graduating summa cum laude from the Scholomance. Such an accomplishment would mark him the equal of the Wallachian prince. I can find him. His legacy, 17th of January, 1890. Rumour at last sheds her mask and reveals the fact behind the myth. I have found the trail of the Martinet. There are records of a man who lived for 120 years and maintained his youth. Supposedly, he drank the blood of the devil once a year, but perished in a fire at the hands of these backward villagers. Where did this devil go? 9th of August, 1916. The crypt of the Martinez. At long last. Though I shall not commit its location to paper. This cursed war is proving to be exceptional cover for my dig. Below me rests him whose sleep shapes the world. He dreams in his tomb. I shall free him. I shall serve him. Life eternal shall be mine.
Oh, yeah, okay, really. Ha, yeah.
All right.
Do you want the gist?
Yes, please.
Cool.
Vampires.
Yeah, yes, vague vernacular. That you can see whose diary it is because he's written.
Dear diary, I miss you today.
Dear diary.
Somebody said something awful to me, but I was brave and stood up for myself. I don't believe it.
There's lots of that, but mercifully circled with plot-relevant passages.
It's actually quite an inspirational diary in many respects, because you think, oh, this guy actually is on a self-fulfillment, self-learning.
He's been through some stuff. and
But he's also learned, which
Yeah.
is the big thing. He's taking action about it.
Not enough villains have that bit.
Good for him.
Yeah. The gist is he's been searching for a secret school. Dracula was the biggest graduate, the most famous graduate. There is another chap, Tybalt Martinet, who was also a graduate of this school, who he believes also to be immortal and can grant immortality, without ever actually using the word vampire.
Right, okay. So it's the gist of vampirism.
The second diary is of Tybalt Martinet, which is much older.
Pick up the other diary and go,
Once born to Eleanor somebody or other, Pierre Martinet in the Grand
Duchy of Lithuania. My modest upbringing stirred within me a hunger for knowledge, as well as power. Word has reached me of a Carpathian school where extraordinary things are taught. Dark and dangerous things. But a great man has no fear of the unknown, simply the will to bend it to his cause. Come nightfall, I will graduate as the Scolomansis Solomonari. I shall at last learn the final secrets, which so few have obtained before me. But those men...
and then you wake up again and upbringing. Tell me?
It's big villain diary energy.
Big villain
It's,
diary energy. Got it.
Tomorrow I emerge from this chrysalis, glorious and terrible, and the world will weep for me.
Pretty good. It's not bad.
It's not bad. Have you wanted the Call of Cthulu? Can we interest you in the good book of Cthulhu?
We can offer a series of plans. You can pay monthly or a yearly subscription and get a free Starspawn.
And if you recruit a friend, we can offer you this wonderful keychain that says, I love Cthulhu.
That's on the front. On the back is simply the Elder sign.
Act today and you get a free plushie.
Be at your choice. Night at the tip. Or for some reason, Bob Holness. There was a mix-up in the factory.
Welcome to the Church of Cthulhists.
Great. Okay, moving on.
You're now armed with a sabre, a kukri, and your crotch gun, which I assume, if you've got the other two, is back in Crotch Town.
I've reholstered my
I called it
crotch.
Crotch Town.
Yeah.
I didn't mean
Crotch
to.
Town is fine. I call it
Going down to Crotch Town. Downtown in Crotch Town.
Well, you've tooled up with a bunch of weaponry.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier on that you're a martial artist.
Me, personally, yes.
I don't know the right word for this. What disciplines do you martial in?
I think martial arts.
Yeah.
So I started did judo,
right,
and then went into Okinawa-based Wado-ryu karate.
Right.
So I did that for many years. Studied ninjutsu, studied Shinjiro Kung Fu as well. I learned a lot through different stunt performers that I worked alongside that taught me a lot of like fun moves to do from Taekwondo. I wouldn't say I studied, I don't know Taekwondo, but I know like lots of spinning kicks and things like that from them. Even some like capoeira stuff. I don't practice capoeira, they just taught me a couple of cool moves. Yeah. So I learned a lot of stuff along the way, and it's also been useful. Funny enough, most of the stuff that we do in like combat and stunts and stuff is more brawling. You very rarely do martial arts.
Yeah.
But it's a good grounding for any actor, primarily because it's also good to know what it's... If you want to do things like mocap or even film roles, stage acting is great, But there's nothing that prepares you for the reaction of being hit than being hit. Because the great thing about combat in the story is that the combat itself is a story. So you're telling the story of whatever you're doing through the action. Yeah. It's not just that you tag on the combat and then you get back to the script. The action is the story as well. So understanding how that feels, understanding what a fight feels, without actually having to experience a fight, because fights suck in real life. Fights are also very quick and they're messy and they're horrible and they're really unpleasant things to do. But in a fictional sense where you can have that fun of enjoying the adventure of something, that's totally fine. You know, I think all war should be restricted to video games. And I think if countries want to duke it out, they should just use a computer game to do that. I think it'd be
just have like a sort of military esports team.
Just way more civilized.
Yeah.
So, but martial arts I started when I was about 14. Mm-hmm. I used to get bullied a lot, so it was like it was a reaction to that.
Right.
And it taught me a lot of confidence. It taught me a lot of discipline.
Do you find martial arts and the training of that has also helped you in terms of developing character or do you bring that martial arts discipline, expertise, training, familiarity to acting?
I think it all helps. It's definitely helped me in motion capture and performance capture. I think it also teaches, like any kind of movement-based craft, it gets you into the instrument of you. I mean, the instrument is an overused term, I think, but it's a very accurate term. Instrument is like your psyche, your intellect, your body, every voice, everything. It's everything that makes you an actor, that you can use as an actor, is what we refer to as the instrument.
Right.
And anything that gets you back into your sensations, into your body, and gets you out of your head.
I talk about that so much with
improvisers. It's true. Like the worst thing that an actor can do is overthink something.
Yeah.
Or try to intellectualize a moment when they're doing it. Because the rehearsal work is the grounding, is the foundations. Making those choices of the inspiration of, my character might be like this, and who do I know that can inspire me for this? And that stuff all happens before. But when you're in it, you really need to be in touch. Even if you're doing voice work.
Yeah.
You can still physicalize it. You can still get into the instrument.
I don't understand people who don't.
I'd never sit whenever I record.
Yeah.
Ever. I would never dictate to an actor what they can and can't do for their methodology. As long as it's positive and not indulgent. And if somebody needs to sit, fuck it, they can sit. It's not an issue. I just think if you have the choice, it's always better to get on your feet.
Cool. Right. You are tooled up.
Yes.
A cookery at your back.
Yes.
Your crotch gun in Crotchtown, as we've established. That's
right.
what we're calling it.
Downtown in Crotchtown.
Yep, a cavalry sabre in either hand, doesn't matter, you're ambiguous. God damn it, ambidextrous.
It was like sling it through another hidden holster of my back.
And with the key you have found from the book.
With the key I found from the book, yeah.
You avoid a fun trap.
Yes.
And
it's true.
Yes, you click the door open, you can hear very distantly.
Courier, come in.
What? I scream out, I can't hear you!
Welcome.
Courier, are you there? Courier! Answer me, Courier, are you there?
Mate, you're gonna have to talk up. I can't hear a fucking word you're saying.
Delicious.
I heard that. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take this earpiece out. I don't think this is a good thing for me to put in my ear.
Sure.
Because there's something about the way you said delicious that I'm not entirely sure about. On we go.
Okay.
All right.
You open the next door and you step into another cargo carriage.
This
Again,
is B.
the wrong dimensions. It is definitely B.
Okay. And that wallpaper does not match with the door and the furniture.
Yeah, in fact, the wallpaper is just alternating
this color
rolls
scheme,
of wallpaper.
This is terrible colour schemes.
Houndstooth.
Clash. This is clashing. It's too much. No, the reds and the blues and the violent magentas. No, it just doesn't work. It's too much.
And in front of you, in the middle of this carriage, laying down on its back, if you will, in classic coffin style.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm trying to explain how
you could
how
stand
coffin.
it up.
You could.
You could have a laissez-faire coffin,
and it's tethered in place with ropes to keep it from sliding around during transit. And kneeling in front of it with his back towards you is an old man, billowing white hair pouring down his back, clearly a huge and unkempt white beard. He's wearing tattered old clothes. There is a real stink of unwashedness about him.
I light a match. And then blow it out.
Sure.
Just do this.
Yep.
It's pretty bad. It smells pretty bad.
He is blithely unaware of your presence.
All right. Can I check him out from a distance? Like, does this dude look like he's going to be a problem?
What do you have? Depends. Do you want to sense his vibe, or see if he has anything dangerous around him?
I want to sense his
hidden.
vibe.
In which case,
this is his vibe. Like, is he clearly going to just attack me the second I come in here?
For this, give me a power check.
A power check.
Yes.
Can I use the power?
The power of heart.
I use my own power of heart. The power is within me. I think back to that book I got for those lovely gentlemen that came around, the Church of Cthulhu. And I invited them in, and they gave me this book, and they told me all about my own special power. All right, I've got a power of 60.
Yep.
So I need to get under a 60. That is a 50.
50 on the nose.
On the nose, yeah.
Something is radiating off of him. Have you ever met somebody who is so high status? It's like talking to them is like being propelled backwards.
Sure, yes. Okie dokie. I'm going to take one look at this guy and goes, man, I hate toffs. And I'm just going to, using all of the intellectual, much in the same way that Jason Statham, his characters, work out situations and go on a series of evaluations, which usually means just blowing the shit out of something in front of him.
Yep.
I'm going to use that logic too, and just shrug, and then take out my revolver and just shoot him in the head.
Cool. Give me a firearms check. I'll give you plus 20 to this because he is
blissfully unaware.
Currently
so that's
unaware.
going to give me that's a 60.
Yes.
That's actually pretty good. All right. I got a 44.
Oh, and it's a double. That's a crit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Nice.
Your damage on that
Is 1d8.
1d8.
And I've got number of attacks 1 or 3. That doesn't make any sense.
Now you can unload more rounds at the same time.
I'm gonna unload 3 shots into this fucker's head.
Give me 3d8, please.
Also, what you don't realise is that whenever I pull the trigger, my character has an unfortunate habit of saying bang. So every time he pulls the trigger, he can't control it. It's almost like action enthusiasm.
Yeah. Oh, he just really loves guns.
No, he's just nervous around them.
Oh, I'm with you.
So he says bang to make himself feel more like involved in the shooting.
Right.
So he's not scared. He gets a bit scared around guns.
He's trying to have empathy with the gun.
He's trying to be a better version of himself shooting his gun.
Yeah. Give me
Cool.
3d8
bang, bang.
rolls.
And he feels good about it. That's a 4, a 3, and an 8. So that's
Christ.
15, right?
Okay.
Bang, 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 he says.
One moment.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like it when fucking GMs always go, ooh. It's always a bad sign for a player. Carry on.
There is the first bang. Bang. Like a bullet blows straight through his right shoulder because you're being jostled around by the train carriage.
Bang,
Right through his right shoulder.
Yeah.
And for good or for ill, blood splatters across the coffin.
Nice. Oh, good. Oh, fuck. My character doesn't know this, but Neil players just suddenly thought that was a bad idea. Should have done that.
Disappointingly, the second round goes straight through his torso, a little lower this time because the recoil from the gun you've readjusted on a bit low.
It's the bang, the g on the bang.
Yep.
Like readjusts the aim.
Exactly.
Bang.
We've all been there.
We've all been there.
The third round, it doesn't go wild. It goes exactly where it's supposed to go, but he isn't there anymore.
Fuck.
he has balletically jumped up, spun around, spraying blood across the carriage.
Ugh.
And he's produced a small little obsidian knife, like a stiletto, turns to face you. His eyes almost entirely bloodshot with little white left of them, his face desiccated, but there's a real sense of power and fluidity to this ancient-looking figure.
All right.
And just to be clear, this is getting redubbed, right? Cool. What do you think you're doing? You have no right to be here. I've taken the Black Sacrament and I am becoming one with him.
Amazing. Yes, excellent. I love that choice. Yes.
You have no right.
You have no right.
There is no reason for
There's
you
no
to be
reason
here.
to be here. This is the biggest sacrament. I've been told it's the biggest sacrament.
The biggest sacrament.
They all
the best
say it.
sacrament.
They all tell
Everybody
me the best
says.
one.
Yeah.
They
People don't
always
know.
say they don't know, but they hear it, but they don't know.
People take communion at
The best sacrament.
the church. People don't
I
know.
was with them the day. They said it was the best thing.
Other sacraments are available.
Amazing.
You're not welcome here. We have to get rid of you. And he lunges at you with a stiletto.
As he says it, I just go, tickets, please. And then, hopefully, so we're in the combat, right? So let's go.
Tickets, please, is great. I'm giving you a free action.
Thank you. I want to pull my cookery out.
Yeah.
As he comes at me, I just go with my cookery from my hidden little thing and clang and like try and defend against his attack.
Sure. Give me a melee roll.
Where's melee?
It's just unarmed. It's unarmed.
It's an arm roll. Okay. Unarmed even with a knife.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay. So that's 35. It's a brawl skill. It's brawl.
It's brawl.
Yeah. So that's 35. 85. Horrible miss. Horrible.
85.
Yeah. So I get them. Dudes, please. Fuck.
85 beats my 95.
Really?
Both of you are inept.
Wow.
But you're less inept.
Okay.
As you both... He goes to lunge forwards at you. The train
Bang.
moves, and he lunges 3 foot to your right.
And then I defend
you go
the
to,
opposite
You go
way.
to disarm, and you just hit a moth.
Yeah. I kill a moth.
You cut it in half, which
Cut it in half.
would be impressive if you'd meant to.
Yes, sure. Okay.
He wheels around and lunges for you again, this time rolling much better.
Okay.
Dropping the knife. He lunges at you, grabs you by the right shoulder and the right arm, and sinks his teeth into your right shoulder for Oof, 5 damage.
Ooh, okay, that's not good.
He hasn't torn out a chunk of flesh. He's ruined Charles's jacket.
Charles! Oh no.
Blood is pumping out of your shoulder.
Poor Charles. Alright, I'm going to get my gun, which is in my right hand, I
Yes.
believe, and I'm going to jab it into his eyeball, and then just pull the trigger 3 more times.
Great. Give me another firearms check, please.
So question, we are
Yes.
grappled close together.
Yes.
His face is literally on my thingy.
Yes.
His right eye,
Yeah.
because the right shoulder, I'm holding it in my right hand, so I can just go boonk like that through his left eye.
Yes.
Yes. So do I get any bonuses for that?
You do. I'm going to give you a plus 15.
Thank you.
But because of the way you just demonstrated that, if you
Yes.
fumble,
I'm going to shoot myself.
Yes.
That's fair enough. I completely understand that.
You
so
do
that's
you have plenty of
40.
luck.
That's a 10. Yes, it is. So I need a 50 to make this work. 28, which is a hard success.
That's a hard success.
Yeah.
Excellent. Give me 3d8 real quick.
All right. So that is a 5 plus a 6. It's 11 plus another 6, 17.
Okay.
Oi. I was going to say, how's this for a love bite? And then just like slam it into his eyeball and then shoot pull together.
There's a horrible noise.
Yep.
As you jam a gun into his eye, and then with three very loud gunshots and
Yeah.
3 quiet whispered bangs,
Yes.
Bang! Bang!
he tumbles back, falling backwards, timber-like,
Nice.
and smashes into the ground. Well, the floor of the carriage.
Okay.
Blood spurting out of his now devastated face.
Nice. Cool.
And there is just a moment of calm and peace in the carriage. What would you do?
I'm going to take the saber out and I'm going to slam it straight through his heart and try and jam him into the wooden floorboard.
Cool.
And just so I can pin him there through the heart, because he's some fucking vampire thing. I've heard of vampires.
You raise the saber up as he just opens his eyes and like, and another thing!
I said, show me your ticket. And then you can slam it down straight into his heart and pin him.
And as soon as you do, his eye
Yeah.
goes wide,
Nice.
bursts.
Nice.
Like gore spraying around, his body starts to shrivel
Yeah.
and just pour blood out onto the floor. It's like he's dissolving.
As he starts dissolving, I go, you just got inspected, mate.
And as you say that,
Yeah.
you look over at the coffin and realise, oh, there's not as much blood on there as you thought there was.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, there is blood on there. It's just pouring into the coffin.
Fuck me. Okay. Do I have time to do anything before anything else happens?
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything very flammable around here? Like a crate of Canadian bad whiskey?
Yes, there is.
Okay, amazing.
The virtue of the luck roll. There
virtue
is.
of-
There are 3 barrels.
Do they say like WFTB, like warranted full to the bung, which is what they used to stamp on them, saying they're basically full up to the cork?
Yep.
Cool. So I'm going to uncork all of them,
Yep.
and sort of like kick them towards the coffin, so it just spreads all over it and all around. I'm gonna, if they're not too heavy, I might lift one up and just chuck it all over the thing, and then with my last chin match,
Yep.
I'm just going to go, oh shit, no, wait a second. Yeah, I'm going to do, no, fuck it, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But I'm going to also open is there like the hobo's entrance?
Yeah, hobo door.
So I'm doing
Sunlight
that.
floods into the carriage.
So I'm doing that, coming back, this thing's now covered in this liquid. And I'm going, I believe this is your stop. And I'm going to go, shh.
As you do that, the lid of the coffin just starts.
Yeah. So I'm going to light the match onto him, so it's a flame, and I'm just going to give it the heaviest kick I can.
Give me a strength check.
And hope that we're over the midway.
I'm refusing to look outside.
Refusing to look outside. I'm just going to go with chance. So
There's a percentage chance somebody's back garden gets the weirdest.
the weirdest monster ever. So this is what is this?
Just straight strength.
Straight strength. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to help myself with this? I feel
I think we've passed the. You've
Okay.
lit it.
All
We've
right.
passed the point of finding a lever.
that's fine. Here we go. 26 is a hard success. It's a hard success.
You, almost as the match is falling down,
Yeah.
reach the sarcophagus. As the top of the sarcophagus, the casket, the top of it
Yeah.
slides off. You see shadowed within these 2 red eyes. The voice going,
Who the hell are you?
This thing just flames. Wait, hey! And then just kick it really
I am
hard.
going to let. Ah!
you kick it out, A, on fire, B, into the sunlight as it tumbles end over end towards the River Medway, which you are crossing over a bridge. The sarcophagus lands on Barry's boat.
Yes.
You hear this vampire go, water, I will be sick. Oh God, no!
All right, cool.
You just hear him panicking. You look down. Are you going to remain on the train or also jump in?
I'm going to take out my earpiece.
Yep.
And just say into it goes, mission accomplished. And I'm going to throw it back behind me.
Yep.
And one last look to the train as I hold up the side of the train. One last look back. There's the door that's been banging. Have they come through yet? They're bursting through. I just want to see if I can get one more glimpse of Charles.
Yep.
You
open the door to the previous carriage, and you
yeah.
see in the next carriage there a couple of various people from the train. Some of the revellers from the jazz carriage, some of the workmen from the first carriage, some of the middle-class chaps from the reading carriage, all moving in unison, in lockstep, moving towards you down the carriage. And at the head is Charles, but not the shadowed version with the blade and the evil look in his eye. Instead, Charles, you get a quick read of him, panicked, sweat pouring down his face, doing the Imhotep bit from the Mummy, trying to kid on he's part of this group.
Okay, cool.
As you can see, this unison they're in is starting to fade.
Okay, cool.
And a couple of them are kind of going, where am I?
Okay, cool.
And you see Charles make eye contact with you and be like,
Help me!
I'm going to try and... Can I reload, like, a couple of... Just try and reload real fast?
Yeah, you've got a holster with a
quick
quick load
holster,
cylinder somewhere.
So I'm going to sort of reload as I walk to him, grab him by my hand around his waist, put my gun out and threaten them, Oi! Stay back, you lot, and then just start backing my way with Charles now under my arm. And I'm going to look to see if we're still over the river, if there's enough time. Then I'm going to look at Charles and go, come on, I'm going to take you on holiday. And I'm going to give him a kiss, push him off, and then jump after him.
Yep.
As we both go sailing over into what I hope is a new chapter for both of us.
Yeah. And the character follows the two of you out of the train, over the bridge, and into the River Medway. And as you both impact the water, we fade to black.
Cut back into them 10 years later. They're both in therapy, in couples therapy.
Well, he just doesn't listen to me anymore.
I do listen to you. I just, I'm the broody type.
I know, but it used to be sexy. Now it's just boring.
I'd like to get back to the thing you both said about vampires, actually. What?
Oh, yeah, that. We stopped a Uber vampire together. Anyway, the point is, he's always on at me to do the dishes, and I do the dishes. He just doesn't like the way I do about them. So that's what happens in the next instalment of The Courier and Charles. Charles and the Courier. There you go.
That's a good 80s
Charles
sitcom.
and the Courier is a good 80s, now in a relationship, but buddy comedy. Cop drama, I feel.
Yeah, let's travel back
Charles
in time and pitch that to
Courier.
NBC.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, thank you so much, Neil, for joining us.
You're welcome.
How are you feeling after that chaos, which went something like it was written?
That was fun. I wish I'd started more fires. I felt like I hadn't got enough. There's a good few fires going. I felt I could have done more. But I think as a player, the train is on fire. The coffin was on fire. It's fine.
Yeah. And look, I don't know trains. I'm not a train scientist.
Pretty sure it's a wooden train.
But I'm fairly confident the train...
1920s, pretty sure it's a wooden train.
The fire on a train with mostly hypnotised passengers and staff will spread.
That was pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah. A legend is told in Waterloo.
Yeah, I also like the fact that I managed to rescue Charles. I was up for that. I'm glad that we did that. So yes. And also I love the dramatic exit that we had. And again, like fast forwarding 10 years later and seeing them in couples therapy, because it's okay to be in couples therapy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a bit of therapy and a bit of maintenance on your relationship.
Oh, good Lord. Therapy is c'est bon.
It's
work, but it's good work.
So we covered a lot of ground.
We really did.
That was really fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. For our listeners at home, or wherever you choose to listen to this, you don't have to listen to it at home. It's no longer geo-locked to your house. That was a mistake we made in an earlier production. What should we keep our eyes and ears out for Neil Newbon work?
We've got some cool new stuff coming out. We've got there's Dead Take, which is with Abu's company Surgeon Studios. There is already Lies of P that is out at the moment, the Overture, which I play a character in called Lumicio. And there is a bunch of stuff I cannot tell you about.
Oh no, I've got the NDA is...
There's loads of stuff I can't tell you about. But and also you can check out our D3 podcast at patreon.com/D3pod. Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
Thank you very much.
Let's Roll is a production executive produced by Cary Morrison. World building was done by Joshua MacGregor, script writing by Paul Foxcroft and Joshua MacGregor, and your cast members are Brandon Richards, M. Thane, Ralph Warman, and it was hosted by me, Paul Foxcroft. Thanks for listening, and we'll roll again next time.